Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive learning English.
Learning English
Oh.
with dialogue.
Exactly.
I like that.
So today we're going to focus on a dialogue that takes place
Okay.
at the library.
Sounds good to me.
And to help us unpack all the great stuff in this dialogue, we have our expert here.
Hi, everyone.
So are you ready to jump into this library scene?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great.
Let's do it.
So this dialogue is called At the Library,
Okay. At the library.
and it features two people, Alex and Ella.
Got it.
I'll be Alex and you can be Ella.
Sounds good.
All right, so let's bring this scene to life.
All right.
Hi, Ella. Is anyone sitting here?
Hi, Alex. No, feel free to take a seat.
Thanks. The library is quite crowded today.
Yeah, everyone's cramming for the final exams.
I know. The atmosphere here helps me concentrate better.
I agree. The silence is really conducive to studying.
By the way, do you mind if I borrow your highlighter?
Not at all.
Here you go. So there we have it. A little snapshot of life at the library during exam season.
Yeah, very relatable. Especially for students out there. I
Exactly.
think we've all been there.
Yeah. So let's take a step back and unpack some of the key phrases and vocabulary
Okay.
that make this dialogue so useful.
Sounds good.
What really stood out to me was how Alex started the conversation.
Okay.
He asked, "Is anyone sitting here?"
Yeah.
Such a simple question,
Right.
but so important, right?
It is. It's a polite way to check if a seat is taken before you plop yourself down.
Yes, exactly. And Ella's response, "Feel free to take a seat."
Yeah.
Short, sweet, and welcoming.
Simple and to the point.
Exactly.
I like it.
And then they move on to commenting on the library itself.
Okay.
The library is quite crowded today.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great example of how you can start a conversation by simply observing your surroundings.
Absolutely. It's a great way to break the ice.
Yeah.
Make a comment about something you both noticed.
Exactly. And then they explain why the library is so crowded.
Right.
Everyone's cramming for the final exams.
Yeah.
A classic student experience, right?
Oh, for sure. We've all been there.
Definitely. And speaking of cramming,
Yeah.
that's a useful word to know,
It is.
especially if you're a student.
If you're a student, you gotta know this word.
Right. So do you want to tell us a little bit more about what cramming means?
Yeah, cramming basically means to study intensely,
Okay.
often at the last minute,
Ah.
usually for a test or an exam.
So it's that kind of like
Yeah.
last-minute panic study session.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
You got it.
Then we hear Ella say, "The atmosphere here helps me concentrate better."
Mm.
Now, atmosphere might seem like a fancy word,
Right. It does sound a little fancy.
but it simply means the feeling or mood of a place.
Exactly. It's like the vibe.
The vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in this case, the library has a quiet and focused atmosphere,
Yes.
which is perfect for studying.
Perfect for studying.
Mm.
Some people might like a different atmosphere.
Oh, yeah. Different strokes for different folks.
But for studying, the library is great.
Great.
Alex agrees with Ella and adds, "The silence is really conducive to studying."
Yeah, he likes that silence.
So conducive.
Conducive.
This is a good one.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Kind of a more advanced word,
It is a little bit more advanced.
but very useful.
Very useful.
So tell us more about conducive.
Okay, so conducive basically means that something makes an activity or situation more likely to happen or be successful.
Okay.
So in this case, the silence makes it easier to study.
Okay. So it's helpful for...
It helps, it contributes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the silence is conducive to studying.
Conducive.
Conducive.
Love it. And finally, we have Alex's polite request.
Okay.
"Do you mind if I borrow your highlighter?"
Yes.
This is a great phrase to learn
Very useful.
because you'll likely need to borrow something at some point, right?
You will. At some point, you're going to need something from someone.
Exactly.
So this is a good one to know.
Yeah. And Ella's response, "Not at all. Here you go,"
Yeah.
is a friendly and helpful way to agree to the request.
Exactly. Short, sweet, simple,
I like it.
to the point.
So this entire dialogue is packed with useful expressions that you can use in your own conversations.
For sure.
And it's a great example of how everyday conversations can help you learn and practice English.
Yes.
in a natural and enjoyable way.
Absolutely.
Now let's take a closer look at some of the key vocabulary from this dialogue.
Okay, let's do it.
Remember, understanding the meaning of individual words
Hmm.
can really boost your comprehension and fluency.
It really can.
So let's break down some of those words.
All right.
What do we have first?
First up, cramming. You know that feeling of trying to learn everything at the last minute before a test?
Oh, yeah.
We've all been there.
Definitely.
But cramming perfectly captures that feeling
Right.
of intense last-minute studying.
Okay, so cramming.
Yeah,
Got it.
you got it.
And then the next word, atmosphere.
Yes, atmosphere.
It's all about the feeling or mood of a place.
Exactly.
It's like a coffee shop.
Right.
Might have a bustling and energetic atmosphere.
You know, more of a social atmosphere,
Yeah.
while a library, like we heard in the dialogue,
Yeah.
is known for its quiet and focused atmosphere.
So it's really about the feeling you get
Yeah,
when you're in that space.
exactly. It can really affect how you feel, how you act.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, conducive.
Conducive.
So this word basically means that something makes an activity or situation more likely to happen or
Right.
be successful.
Exactly.
In our dialogue, the silence of the library is conducive to studying, meaning it helps people focus and learn better.
Makes it easier to get your work done.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, conducive sounds a bit formal.
It does a little bit.
So is there like a simpler way
Yeah, definitely.
to express the same idea?
You could say something like, the quiet library helps me study.
Okay.
Or, the peaceful environment makes it easier to concentrate.
So just more
Yeah, it's a little...
casual, a little easier.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
So we've talked about these individual words.
Yeah.
We broke them down.
But I think what's really interesting about this dialogue is how it reflects real life interactions,
Yes.
like these little conversations that we have every day.
Absolutely. And that's what makes these situational dialogues
Mhm.
so valuable for learning English. You're
Right.
learning how to use the language in practical situations.
And one of the key takeaways for me from this dialogue
Okay.
is the importance of being polite.
Right.
Like when Alex asked, is anyone sitting here
Yes.
before taking the seat?
Very important.
It's such a small gesture,
Right.
but it goes a long way
It does.
in showing respect for others.
For sure. It can make a big difference.
And it's not just about being polite to strangers.
Okay.
Even in the dialogue with Ella,
Yeah.
someone Alex probably knows from class,
Probably.
he still uses polite language
Right.
when asking to bury the highlighter.
He does. Do you mind if I borrow your highlighter?
It's a good phrase.
It is.
So listeners, remember.
Politeness counts. It's important.
So we've talked about understanding these phrases.
Yes.
But it's not enough to just understand them.
Right.
We need to practice
We got to use them.
using them
Get them out there.
in our own conversations.
Absolutely. Practice makes perfect, as they say.
Or at least practice makes progress.
There you go.
Practice makes progress.
And the great thing about learning English is that there's so many opportunities to practice.
There are.
Talk to your friends.
Yeah, talk to your family.
Talk to yourself in the mirror.
Talk to yourself in the mirror.
Why not?
Get those words out.
Get them out.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Oh, yeah, mistakes are part of the process.
They're super valuable.
They really are.
You learn so much from making mistakes.
It's how we learn.
So embrace those mistakes.
Don't be afraid of them.
Yeah,
Just get out there and talk.
exactly. So I want to leave our listeners with a little challenge.
Okay, a challenge.
Yeah. Imagine yourself
Right.
in a different scenario, maybe at a coffee shop.
At a coffee shop.
Yeah, how would you adapt these phrases
Okay.
to strike up a conversation
Right.
with someone sitting next to you?
So instead of asking, is anyone sitting here?
Right.
You might say something like, is this seat taken?
Yeah, perfect.
Right.
And then think about the topics you could chat about.
Okay.
Maybe you could compliment their book
Yeah.
or ask for recommendations.
Ask what they're reading.
Exactly.
Good one.
So the possibilities are endless.
They are. Use your imagination.
And remember,
Mhm.
even a simple hello or a friendly smile
Absolutely.
can go a long way in starting a conversation.
It can.
So this deep dive has been all about empowering you to use English confidently in everyday situations.
Yes. Using what you learn.
Right. And remember,
Yeah.
learning a language is a journey,
It is a journey,
not a destination.
not a destination.
So just keep practicing,
Keep going.
keep learning.
It's a lifelong process.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure exploring this dialogue with you.
Likewise.
Thanks for sharing your insights.
Happy to be here.
And listeners, we hope you've enjoyed this deep dive as well.
Yes, we hope you learned something.
Don't forget to subscribe for more English learning tips and tricks.
And if you found this episode helpful, give it a like.
That's right.
Helps other learners find us.
Until next time, happy learning.
Happy learning, everyone.
Thanks for joining the conversation here at Kaz English. We hope you found it fun and informative. Don't forget to check out kazapp.uk. That's kazapp.uk for more tips, resources, and interactive practice. Keep exploring, keep chatting, and we'll catch up with you again soon.